Hello, hello, hello. Dreamy dreamers, what is your next car? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into this fun, adventurous reading on your next car. Remember, we're having fun here. We're daydreaming, okay? Or we can be taking actual steps to manifesting the car of our choice, right? So again, pile number one, we have the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. Pile number two, we have this classic old school Chevrolet. And pile number three, we have this pretty in pink Porsche, okay? And I'll give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. All right, dreamy dreamers. So again, pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number ones, welcome to your next car and how you'll get it reading. Okay, so this is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this reading, it should apply to you. Okay, you all chose this beautiful G-Wagon, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. Now, this could be your dream car, of course, but you don't have to like get this car, right? So your car that you receive could be a Jeep, right? Like the Jeep that looks like this, I believe this G-Wagon was modeled after. Or you can get like an SUV, right? Something kind of big, bodacious, something that, can carry a lot of passengers, or it's very spacious. This could be a Bronco, something like that, right? But if this is your dream car, then let's shoot for the moon and land among the stars, right? So we're going to basically unpack your next car and how you'll get this, who you'll be, and identify with it as you are attaining your dream car, whatever that is. But it could mimic the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon or an SUV or a truck of some type, okay? So let's begin. Okay, we actually have an extra card here. I'm just going to put this here, but let's begin. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones in regards to what their next car is and how they'll get it. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. Okay, so we have card number 7, Mercury in Libra with influence. Some of you all might be influencers. So if you're influencers, and I know that's kind of like a taboo thing to say now because people might hate influencers or something like that. But if you have like an influential like subscription base or a following base or something like that, you might have a lot of influence in any given career or chosen field that you're in. You might obtain it through that, right? We have the 7th house, Mercury in Libra. So what I'm also getting is that you might be obtaining it through a partnership of some type, right? So if you are an influencer or if you do have like a following on social media, you might partner with the car company, or you might, get a chance to partner with a huge, sponsorship deal or something like that. And either you'll get the money to obtain this car, or you'll even get like an endorsement or something like that, right? That's what I'm getting here. Obviously that part won't resonate with everyone, but I feel like for the majority of people, you all are influential. And you see how this serpent, it has their tongue of Mercury, right? So you all could be obtaining this through speaking it into existence as well, because we have Mercury in Libra. You all could also be obtaining it through like your connections and your network, right? Because Libras, they're pretty diplomatic. They have pretty diplomatic characteristics when it comes to people, or when it comes to networking. They're very charismatic, right? They're very charming, so they could win over a lot of people. So you guys might have a way with your words, and because you do, you might meet the right person or say the right thing, and you might just end up with the vehicle of your choosing, whether that be an SUV type, whether that be this actual Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. or something else. But I feel like you all have the gift of gab in a certain regard, to where you could kind of like finesse your way without hurting or harming anyone into like for the dealer to cut you a good price, or to cut you a good deal, or to maybe talk to a friend who has this car, who has a similar car, but maybe they can't keep up the note anymore, or something like that. And you get it in that way, right? You speak this into existence in some way, shape, or form, right? For the majority of the people watching this. But for other people, you guys could have like a huge following, to the point where you might obtain a sponsorship for a certain car, a certain vehicle, even a certain car dealership, right? You might help promote their dealership and they give you a car in exchange, something like that. That's what I'm getting here. And I just seen 444 on the clock. Okay. So we're going to put this here. Now let's, okay. We're going to put that back. Okay. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones in regards to their next card and how they will get it. So it says order. Okay. We have the 6th house moon in Virgo with order. Okay. And you know what's interesting? This was in reverse. It popped out blatantly in reverse like this, right? So I'm going to take it first. Before you get this car, Spirit says to get your affairs in order, get all your ducks in a row, because let's say you're going to get the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. That's going to come with, a high car note, and I'm sure insurance. So Spirit just wants you to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Some of you might not yet, but Spirit is saying, look, you're already halfway in, because you have the gift of gab. You can speak something into existence. You might have like an influential air about you, or influential following, or subscription base. So you could obtain it, but make sure that you're not in over your head, right? Because let's be real, most of us are adults watching this. All adults should be watching this, right? But if you are inexperienced with buying a car, sometimes, you might need some guidance, right? So a lot of us, we will take out a loan, get a car loan to buy a car, unless we can afford to buy it just cash, right? Most of us can't. I'm in that camp. So what we'll do is we'll get a car loan, but you never want to be upside down in a car. That's what I'm getting. Because cars are depreciating. They depreciate in value as soon as you drive it off the lot, right? So a car is really meant to supposed to get you from point A to point B. So, but if you want a luxury car, you want a luxury car. That's your prerogative. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. If Spirit put it in your heart, I want a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, you go get that G-Wagon if you can afford it, right? Even if you can't afford it, you go get that G-Wagon. That's up to you. You have to make your own decisions in life. But what I'm getting here, Spirit is saying, you might not have your affairs in order yet, in order to fully afford the payments or what comes with the responsibility of having a car like this. So Spirit is saying that once you have this in order, because you have the capacity to speak this into existence, this is a suggestion, is what I'm getting. Get your affairs in order, get your money right, get your credit right, get your, maybe put some money to the side for the down payment and a couple months of payment with insurance and everything else. So, you can keep it and maintain it, is what I'm getting here. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck here? We have organization in reverse, right? And you guys know I don't usually read these in reverse, but get your ducks in a row, get your affairs organized. Okay. So now, sorry, I'm like lecturing you guys. This is fun. We're still having fun. Okay. We can dream, right? Dang, that's not illegal. Okay. So now let's get into the reading. And I want to figure out who you'll become as you get this card, right? Because, this ties into law of assumption, manifestation. Yeah, this ties into law of assumption and manifestation and identity shifting, right? So tell us more, Spirit, on pile number one's next card and who they'll become once they get this car. Okay. Come on. We have card number 11, the hot seat. Some of you all might be Libras. Okay. Some of you all might be Libras. Some of you all might love attention too. Y'all love you some attention, right? You love being in the hot seat. You love people asking, ooh, how did you get that car? How did you do that? Did you manifest that car? Like, what's the payments? Like, this is such a beautiful car. You guys love being the center of attention. Okay. And I feel like all eyes will be on you once you get this car, of course. Tell us more, Spirit, about pile number one's next car and how they will get it and who they'll become to get it. Look, we have card number 13, the end. So this is the death card. And that means you might have to end certain habits. Okay. You might be putting an end to certain habits, certain spending habits once you get this car, because, you know, I live in California and particularly LA, right? So LA is car culture. And in our driving handbooks, it says having a car it's a privilege and it is a responsibility, right? Because there's so many people on the road at any given time. So what I'm getting here, you know what else I'm getting? A lot of you all could be moving in and around the time frame that you get this car, right? Because look, he's packing somebody's bags, right? But this could also be an indication that you could be ending a cycle, maybe of how you spend money, how you save your money, something like that. You are maybe becoming more responsible as well, is what I'm getting, right? But some of y'all could be moving when you get this car too. Like right when you move, you might get the okay to get this car, or you might have like a certain clientele and you could treat yourself, something like that. This either has something to do with moving or you shifting out of an old way of doing things so you can structure your finance and your income to be that person who has these things, but the things don't have them, if that makes sense. Tell us more, Spirit. Look at this. Okay, so we have the 5 of rings with insecure. Now, with the 5 of rings of insecure, this is the 5 of pentacles. And some of you all might feel like, dang, is this a gamble? Like, you know, should I really spend my money on this car? Something like that, right? I feel like a lot of you all might even be ending lack mentality, right? Insecurity when it comes to finances, because the 5 of rings is pentacles, right? We got to keep it real. The 5 of rings is pentacles. So some of you all might be feeling like you might be taking a risk, right? Because whatever she's doing, whoever is throwing this arrow at the top of her head with this apple, she's definitely taking a risk, right? So a lot of you all could feel a little nervous about making such a huge purchase, right? Splurging on yourself. But with the 5 of rings, don't victimize yourself, right? If you want the car and you can afford it, get it. You don't have to do it overboard. But this is why this card is so important, right? To get your ducks in a row, to get your affairs in order, because once you do, then this will be a non-factor. Tell us more, Spirit, on pile number one's next car and who they'll become to get this car. How will they grow and shift to get this car? Okay. So we have the 3 of rings, which is the 3 of pentacles with group date. I have a feeling you guys might be more team players, right? You guys might take on more collaborations. The 3 of rings, which is the 3 of pentacles, represents collaborative efforts, right? Showing your work, maybe even working with others, right? And working with others well in a cooperative manner. So a lot of y'all might even take on extra shifts, take on extra clients, take on extra responsibilities in order to obtain this car. And that's good. I think it's good because you know what it takes to have the things that you want. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Yes. Okay. And then we have card number 3 with the Bachelorette. So this is the Empress. Okay. So a lot of you all are like feeling yourself. You feel like a bachelorette, right? Like, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm attractive. You know, I have money in the bank, or I'm making money, or I have enough income to handle my needs and my wants, right? And why not get this card? Now I have a feeling you guys will be in a very receptive mood a receptive mood. You guys will be in a receptive, energetic state and would have transformed into that Empress, into that Bachelorette energy. Some of you all might get this after a breakup, right? And I say after a breakup, but I mean like maybe you had to really kind of like learn your worth and who you are, and you know how established you are, or how like much you do for others and how much you put into society, you know, and to treat yourself, right? So something could have ended and you started to acknowledge how amazing you are, right? You started to pour into yourself with the Empress card. The Empress is all about receiving. The Empress is all about beauty, right? The Empress is ruled by Venus as well. So we have card number 11 with the hot seat, which I think is justice or strength, right? Don't quote me on that because this is a different deck. This deck is actually based on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, and I don't really watch that show, but I thought it was such a cute deck. I had to get it. So again, some of you all might just be an eligible bachelor or eligible bachelorette and are just like, yes, I'm living the dream out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to receiving what my heart desires, you know, and that could even be just, you know, a car, a brand new car, or the car of your dreams. Some of you all might be car people. You might like the aesthetics of cars, you know. Some people are into that, and that's okay, you know. Look at this, 6 of Roses challenge winner. Whatever it is, y'all are going to end up on top. So you guys are going to, and it's interesting because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, we have the knight or coming in from the battle on their horse, right? And the horse represents kind of like a moving entity, right? So a vehicle in and of itself. You had won something, you had triumphed over something, or you will be triumphing over something when you get this new vehicle, right? And this could be the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, or it could be just the SUV, the truck, the car of your choice, right? But something that kind of looks or mirrors this Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. It doesn't necessarily have to be that brand of vehicle. It could be an actual Jeep, right? It's up to you. You are the operating power of your own destiny. But whoever y'all are going to be winners come this manifestation and come this new card. But you were already a winner, right? Once you got this card, it's just you were already in alignment, right? You were gearing up to get into alignment to claim your victory. Okay, so I love this challenge winner. Come on, like beautiful energy. Let's get some more cards here. I don't think I need to really clarify. So yeah, I don't think I really need to clarify, but let's see when you'll be getting this car. Tell us more, Spirit. When will our pile number ones be getting their next car? Clear, concise. This could be in six days, 6 weeks, or 6 months too, because we did have the 6 of Roses at the bottom of the deck, which in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot means wands, translates into wands, excuse me, and wands can signify timing in the tarot, okay? But let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. Okay. So this card fell out first quarter moon in Aries, and we have step into your power. So you're going to be very powerful once you get this card, or obviously feel very powerful. I feel like you can feel very powerful. You're very confident. You're very self-assured, right? Now it says first quarter moon in Aries. So, this could be an Aries season, right? Some of you all might have already gotten this card, but if not, this could also be next Aries season or around the next moon cycle in Aries. I say Aries season because it says moon in Aries. So typically around the time of like new moons and full moons typically fall around the time or opposite, right, of that time. Oh my gosh, I know some of you all could be getting this card literally in the next like 6 months, 6 weeks, something like that. Libra season. Libra season is in October. Okay, we are into April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Some of you all might be getting this card in Libra season. And I say that because sometimes, depending on the moon cycle, they'll have 2 moons, right? New moon and full moon. And I'm not a moonologist or a moon expert, but I've noticed that they'll have the moon in the sign in which the season that we're in. So let's say, for example, we are in, it's the end of April and we are in Taurus season, right? So the next new moon, okay, the next new moon will be in Taurus. Now the full moon might be in the sign opposite of Taurus. Now I don't know what sign that is. So you guys let me know in the comments below. But you guys kind of get where I'm going with this. I know that Aries and Libra are opposite. So you might all be getting this car in Libra season, literally 6 months from now. Okay. Wow, that's trippy. So fingers crossed, I'm rooting for y'all. I really hope you guys get this car. And I know you'll be responsibly getting it. You know, I know you'll be responsible stewards of, you know, what you want and maintaining it. Absolutely. I'm rooting for y'all. Okay, so now let's just get another card. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to end pile number 1's reading. Practice gratitude. Continue to be gracious and continue to be thankful for everything that you have, because this is going to come in. This is going to come in really quick. And it says last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So that's interesting. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power, and last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Continue to work hard, continue to practice gratitude, and you all are going to obtain everything you want. If it's the G-Wagon you want, you're going to get that. If it's a Bronco, you're going to get that. If it's a classic hard top Jeep, you're going to get that, right? Whatever it is that you want, you're going to get it. Okay. Whatever SUV it is that you want, or whatever car that it is that you want, you will get through stepping into your power. So that means doing the work, right? And having faith. That's what gratitude is in essence as well. Okay. And look at this, first quarter moon in Taurus, release control, and just release it to the universe, right? Speak it out and release any resistance or control about having it. Okay. So lastly, we're going to roll some astro dice. Very last messages for our pile number 1. 3rd house, communication, Thoth, right? Gemini, speak that into existence. We have Uranus, and look at this here, Libra. That's so trippy. That's Uranus energy. And then we have 3rd house with communication. This could come through like a neighbor too, or a Libra. So some of y'all may be Libras. Some of you all, this could come like through a Libra or something like that, or a Scorpio, right? Because we have card number 13 with the end, and that's the death card. A Libra, a Scorpio, maybe even a Taurus or a Libra, okay? Because the Empress isn't necessarily ruled, it's ruled by a planet, which is Venus, right? So this could come through sheer self-love, self-appreciation, self-gratitude, and gratitude for everyone around, just being in love with your life, right? Things of that nature, but speak it into existence. The 3rd house rules communication, and the 3rd house also rules like siblings. So some of y'all could be getting this from a sibling, maybe someone who's influential, something like that. All right. So I love you all so much. This was so fun. Oh my gosh. I've just been really kind of letting my hair down, and I just want us to have more fun, because, you know, what are we working so hard for in life if we can't have fun and do fun readings like this, pile number 1s? Okay. So I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, and anyone who you think would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a beautiful tarot journal, or even to book a private reading with me, look no further. All the information that you'll need is in my description box down below on my website. Okay, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 2s, welcome to your next car reading. Okay, so we're going to get into your next car and who you'll become in the process of obtaining this next vehicle. So you all chose this beautiful classic Chevrolet, old school type of car, and I love the vibe already, okay? So remember, this is a fun reading, you know, we're dreaming here. And hey, if you guys want to actually obtain this car, you can. Know that all things are possible. And I know how cliche or corny this may sound, but even impossible says I'm possible. So you know what you need to do if you want your dream car or something like it. Work hard and manifest that shit, right? Sorry, excuse my French, but manifest it through love, devotion, honor to yourself, honor to your craft, honor to spirit, and through diligent effort and action, right? Faith with works. Faith with works, and y'all can have it, okay? So now let's get into your next card reading and how you and who you'll become as you obtain this car. Okay, so tell us more, Spirit. How will pile number 2s obtain their car, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate message. Okay, we have 2. Beautiful. Okay, so how you'll obtain this car, we have the second house, the sun in Taurus with acquisition. Some of you all might come into this car via like marriage or marrying rich, or maybe you and a spouse or a partner made some good investments. And because you made some good investments, like, you know, y'all are balling or you all are like very well paid, right? You guys could be living in luxury and have a lot of money because of what you have acquired, or maybe you sold a business, right? Because acquisition, right? So maybe some of you all sold a business, sold something, maybe a house, something like that, to someone else, and you guys have a lot of money, just maybe extra residual income or something like that, and you all can spare on like really cool luxuries or niceties, and even vintage cars like this one. Okay, so we have the second house sun in Taurus. Taurus is super abundant, right? I'm getting Empress energy, and with the second house, it talks about finances, right? It talks about the material gain, right? The material world. It even talks about our own sense of self-worth. So I feel like you guys just have a really amazing sense of self-worth, or again, acquisition. So a lot of, maybe you could have sold something, or you could have acquired it through a selling of something else, right? So someone might even sell it to you, maybe an auction house, right? Maybe you went to an auction and, you know, you bid on it, right? Some of you all, maybe this is a hobby of yours, what you do because you're well off. So you might, you know, enjoy higher luxury and old school classic vehicles like this one here. And, you know, maybe you or a loved one might have bid on it for you, okay? So we have the third house with Jupiter and Gemini with bluff. Yeah, I'm getting bidding, right? As ironic as it sounds, I'm getting like a bidding war. Maybe some of you all won this car or acquired this car through a bidding war, because we have bluff here, but this is giving me like those paddles that you get at like auction houses, right? So some of you all very distinctly won this car through a bidding war, or won this car through like bidding on it at an auction. It might not even cost you that much, but if it did, it's because you all can afford it. You guys are like rich, or you're well off, or you have saved up enough money because you wanted this particular vehicle. Now, again, if you like this car, or you want a car just like it, it doesn't have to be this necessarily, like this exact make and model of this vehicle. You guys might like classic cars. That's why I put this make and model as like a symbol of vintage classic cars, right? So whether it's this Chevrolet here, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Some of you all could just like classic cars and might bid on classic cars as like a hobby or something, okay? So let's continue. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit, for our pile number 2s. Let's find out how our pile number 2s, who will pile number 2s become as they acquire this car or the car of their dream, spirit? Who will pile number 2s become in the process of acquiring this car? The host. Come on, level up, okay? You're the host. Look, sitting pretty. Okay, this person is chill, no concerns in the world. You know what I'm saying? Card number 5, this is the Hierophant with the host. And it's interesting because the Hierophant represents Taurus in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, and we have the sun in Taurus. So some of y'all might be Tauruses, okay? And you guys might like cars. You know, you might like horsepower, cars that engines per, whatever you want to say. I'm not a car person like that. Like, I don't know the intricacies of cars, but, you know, I know enough. So again, we have the Hierophant. You guys might be very high level in any position of your job. Again, some of y'all might be very rich or well off, or like trust fund babies. I know that's kind of like derogatory, so I'm so sorry, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe you guys were left like a trust fund or something like that, right? And you guys just chill. You guys do what you want. You know, you're the host of the party. You know, you're just cool people, right? You could be high up on the quote unquote, like, how can I put this? With the Hierophant could be spiritual leader, right? Could be also like a religious leader as well. So some of you all might have like parents who are like preachers, pastors, something like that. They might be really astute people and established people. You guys could be very established as well, okay? But whatever it is that you do for your line of work, you're very established. I feel like a lot of you all already have money, or have obtained a certain level of success in life to the point where this is just kind of like a hobby. Okay, tell us more, Spirit. Or you will be this person by the time you get this car, okay? So take what resonates, my loves, leave the rest. We're just having fun here, okay? So let's continue. Who will pile number 2s become as they acquire their next car? Who will our pile number 2s become as they acquire their next car? Look at this. You cannot make this up. We have the King of Roses, okay, which is the King of Wands. Y'all are the boss, the executive producer. You guys have extra money to spare. So some of you all may have like acquired a business or sold a business through acquisitions, right? You guys could have sold a business or a company or something like that. And now you're like, I'm playing, right? Because executive producers, what they do is they typically kind of like pay, and don't quote me on this. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, please. Executive producers, they have enough money to pay for a production to be produced, if that makes sense, right? Or what they do is they organize the production, right? So a lot of you all could already have like money or have established yourself. So like if you're executive producing something, you're kind of like moving and shaking the production, right? So you see how she has this headset on? She is she's kind of like the conductor, right? So she's telling everyone else what to do. She's the boss, right? Now, with the King of Mirrors, the intellectual, hello, some of you all might be air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But even if you're not, I feel like you guys are very smart, very wise. Some of you all could be like in tech or something like that. Some of you all could be movie producers or in the film industry or script writers, something like that. You're very successful in whatever you do. And it's interesting because this person is wearing glasses and then this person has glasses in their hands. So a lot of you are producers. Like this is what you do. You make stuff. You might make films. You might make YouTube videos, content creators, something like that. But you produce, right? And you're high, what is it called? Like high level producers as well is what I'm getting. To which it's either you've already kind of established yourself, or by the time you will obtain your next car, and this being the vehicle or something like it, right? You are this person, if that makes sense. So let's continue. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number twos in regards to who pile number twos will become in the process of acquiring their next car. Who will our pile number twos become in the process of acquiring their next car? This is so fun. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun. I feel like this is just like we're storytelling, right? So we have card number 14, keep it chill. Y'all are tempered. Y'all are laying in the shade. Like a lot of you all might already have money. That's just what I'm getting. Oh, and I just seen 11:11 on the clock. Come on. The host and keep it chill. This person is chill, smooth as can be. They're lax. They're ready, right? So some of you all, I feel like you might be acquiring this car because this is a hobby of yours, or it will be, right? By the time you make it in life, or by the time you acquire your wealth or success or whatever, you're chilling, you're relaxed. Card number 14, the temperance card. Some of you all might be Sagittariuses. Who knows, right? But y'all are having a blast, right? Some of you all might even be retirees who just, like finer things in life or like classic cars. Even if you don't have copious amounts of wealth or millions of dollars, some of you all save your money to buy cars like this one here, like classic cars, just because you like it, because you enjoy it. That could just be your guilty pleasure or whatever. That could just be your pleasure. You don't even have to feel guilty over it. Tell us more, Spirit. Who will pile number twos become as they acquire their next card? And we have the Queen of Flutes with the caregiver. I love this. This is the Queen of Cups, okay? With the caregiver. I feel like you guys, it's interesting too, because we have the heart eyes sunglasses, and then we have this person literally giving their heart to somebody. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have with the we have the 10 of roses, which is the 10 of wands with shoulder to cry on. And look, a caregiver. So some of you all could have even acquired this classic vehicle. Maybe if you're a caregiver and someone gave this to you, someone could have given this car to you as well. Okay. But if not, I feel like you had to work very hard to obtain this, right? And it says shoulder to cry on. So maybe some of you all are therapists, things like that. And you like to treat yourself with high ticket items. Okay. With the queen, but the Queen of Flutes, caregiver, and shoulder to cry on, what I'm getting, people come to you. You are a problem solver. People come to you because you are very empathetic and kind and compassionate. Okay. And it's interesting because the 10 of roses does represent the 10 of wands. It's like you help others carry their burdens, So you could have gotten this as a gift, but ultimately you help people carry their burdens, whatever that means to you. Pile number twos. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest again. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So with the Queen of Flutes here, which is the Queen of Cups, I have a feeling you are a giver, and this could be spirit giving back to you, or this could even be yourself giving back to you from time to time. Okay. Pile number twos, just because you love classic vehicles, you love vintage vehicles, and you just give yourself what you like because you give so much to others. Okay. So now I want to clarify this Queen of Cups. Maybe, pile number twos. You know what I was also getting before I clarified? We have the King of Roses and the Queen of Flutes. And this could be a fire sign and a water sign. So some of you all we have the King of Roses and the King of Mirrors, but more so I'm getting these ones. You all might have even gotten this gift from a connection. Okay, so if you're with someone who's very giving, kind, and compassionate, they may have gifted this to you because you do so much for them, or because you take care of them, or because you have helped them through trying times. Okay. That's also what I'm getting here as well. Now, this could be a literal lover or a companion or a spouse or a partner again. So let's see. Clarify this caregiver spirit? Why is this caregiver here for our pile number 2s in regards to their next card? Yep, we have the sovereignty of earth. So this caregiver, this Queen of Cups, we have the sovereignty of earth with the King of Pentacles. Look, and then we have the velocity of air, and this is the Knight of Swords. So what I'm getting here, pile number 2s, is that someone is rushing in to like come to your rescue or to give you something because they're very generous. Whoever this caregiver is extremely generous, because the sovereignty of earth is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is known for being a very generous king, and he's a very wealthy and abundant king as well. Now, this is obviously, we have the Queen of Flutes, so this doesn't have to be male, but they have mastered, right? They are sovereign over their worldly possessions, so they may have a lot to give, okay? So yeah, beautiful. And they might do it very quickly as well. They might give to you very quickly. They don't waste any time giving to you. Pile number 2s is what I'm getting. Or you might not waste any time giving to others is what I'm also getting here, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna start concluding your reading. Tell us more, Spirit. When will our pile number, some of you all could be receiving this car in 10 days, 10 weeks, or 10 months. I don't think 10 years. I don't want to say that. 10 days, 10 weeks, or 10 months. Okay, so maybe even by the end of the year or early next year, right? Just because we have that 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Tell us more, Spirit. But let's see. When will our pile number 2s receive their next car? When will our pile number 2s receive this next car? Okay. Look at this. Full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Okay. So this could be next Aries season. All right. Or for some of you, you guys have already obtained this car. Or for some of you, this just might be during a full moon in Aries, right? Cool your emotions. I feel like also when you have mastered the art of giving and receiving as well. I don't know why I'm getting that, because cool your emotions. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Think it through. New moon in Gemini. Very interesting. Yeah. When you have been able to master how you display your emotions in some way, shape, or form. So this could be a time frame, but it doesn't have to be. This could just be energetically speaking. Once you're tempered, right? Keep it chill. Cool your emotions, think it through, keep it chill. Like this could be when you're a little older as well. So this could be in the next 10 years. It's up to you. Time is fluid, and these readings are not law. So if you want to really get this car next year, all you have to do is set the intention and work towards getting this car next year. It's all about how much you want something, pile number 2s, okay? There's no limits here. We don't place limitations on the Crazy Dreamer Network, okay? But what I'm getting here is think it through, cool your emotions, and keep it chill. This is when you have reached a certain level of maturity. You know. Okay, so let's get one more card. Very last message for our pile number 2, Spirit. Very last message for our pile number 2s to conclude their reading. Okay, I feel like I'm just going to choose this card. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. Yeah, and we have the crown chakra. So you will be able to have reached a certain level of divinity or a certain level of self-reflection, right? Very even, very balanced person, right? Because she's meditating. This person's meditating in this card. So yeah, let's roll some astro dice to finalize your reading, pile number 2s. Yep, come on. We have literally the 9th house. This is spiritual growth. 9th house with, I always get this one wrong. This is Uranus. let me find out what this is. This could be Pluto. I could be wrong though. And then Aquarius. So we have Aquarius for sure. And we have the 9th house. And then look, we have the King of Mirrors here, the intellectual. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is Pluto. And Pluto is the renewer. Okay, is the renewer. So it says the crescent of soul hovers above the okay, I'll read this. It says the glyph represents the renewer. The crescent of soul hovers above the cross of matter, surmounted by the spirit. Surmounted by the spirit. Ooh, y'all are intellectuals, but you're also very spirited, right? You remember what I said? Spiritual leaders. Some of y'all might be pastors, priests. You know what I'm saying? I hope this isn't out of line, but like evangelicals, was something like that, like TV evangelicals, like you guys might go onto TV and do sermons or something like that, symbolizing the descent of spirit through the soul into matter. The unconscious mind experiences the fire of transformation. So this Scorpio rules it. It's ironic because it says the detriment is Taurus. So that's like, I think where it's least comfortable. I don't know. It says power. It does say abuse, birth, death, rebirth. Okay, so this is giving the death card energy. This is giving Scorpio. Regeneration, elimination, taboo, pollution, transmutation, subversion, obsession, compulsion, the unconscious mind, decay. Geez Louise. Religious conversation. That's so interesting. And psychoanalysts. I kind of felt like you guys were maybe therapists too, because this was at the bottom of the deck. So you guys could be like just high price therapists as well, right? Very interesting. I'm going to stop y'all's reading here. But this was so fun for me, pile number 2s. Let me know. It's almost like storytelling. We're having a good time here, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. I really hope this message resonated for you. If it did, please hit the thumbs up button. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or whoever you think could benefit from these messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a gorgeous one-of-a-kind tarot journal, or to book a private reading with me, look no further. The link to my website where you could do just that is in the description box down below. Okay, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your next card reading. Okay, disclaimer, I love y'all. We're having fun here. We're daydreaming here. But for those who actually want your next card to be this card, you can have it. You can obtain it. Know that you can have or do and be anything in this lifetime. If you really want it and you put in the action steps to getting it, and you make sure your faith is up to par, faith with works, you can obtain anything you want as long as you want it bad enough, okay? And you can do it in an ethical way, in a beautiful way that will serve you and everyone else involved, okay? So let's hop right into your next car. You all chose this gorgeous, pretty pink Porsche. I saw this Porsche like a year and a half ago on Pinterest and was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I'm not even super into cars, but I was like, this is a dream car if I've ever seen it, right? So some of you all, this could be your dream car. This could be your ideal of like success. I've made it, da 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 da. But if it isn't, you all might want a convertible. You all might want a deviation of this car, right? It doesn't have to be a Porsche. It doesn't have to be this exact make and model. It can be something that looks like this car and what you want it to be, right? So take what resonates, leave the rest always. Now let's get into your reading. We're gonna pull some cards on how you'll get this car, right? How, like, under what circumstances, whatever the case. Okay, so let's begin. How will our pile number 3s be obtaining this car, Spirit? Okay, wow, okay. So let's get into it. So we have the second house with Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Okay, so we'll get into that in a moment. You guys were the only pile to get 3 cards. 3 cards out of this Oracle of the Radiant Sun deck. Now we have the 6th house with, I think this is Venus, or no, this is 6th house, Mars in, excuse me, I blanked out. I don't know what's going on. 6th house, this is either Mars or Venus in Virgo with criticism. Very interesting. You all might take a lot of critique or criticism when it comes to something you do. Someone might be trying to point the finger at you or something. We'll get into it. Just give me a second. And then we have the 9th house with Venus in, so this is Mars. Yeah, so this is Mars. And then we have the 9th house with Venus in Sagittarius with flirtation. Okay, so some of y'all might flirt with the right person and be getting this car. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? Please don't do it. I didn't do it. I'm just reading the cards. I'm just a messenger. I don't judge. None of that, right? Hold on. Bottom of the deck. Let's get some context because we have the bottom of the deck here, the moon in Sagittarius, 9th house with optimism. Okay. So I can already tell this is going to be an interesting read. So just buckle up, go get your wine, get your scotch, get your soda, get your tea, get your coffee, whatever you need. Okay, let's get into this Saturn energy here with ostentation. Okay, so we have the 2nd house, Saturn in Taurus, Saturn, ambition, Taurus, material values. Venus rides a sea bull surrounded by cherubims and dolphins. The planet Venus rules the sign Taurus and represents the romantic, pleasure-loving nature of the sign. Above, a rich woman drives a golden chariot drawn by white bulls. I love this. I love this. If the card appears in a reading in response to a question concerning possessions or finances, it indicates a steady and continuous improvement with a strong application to duty and responsibilities. It is significant of the ostentation card that although one may be doing the right thing in terms of ambition and economics, it will not usually make the questioner very popular. Okay? Criticism. Okay. So, yes, maybe people, how you'll get this car is you're definitely a hard worker and you are putting in the effort, right? But maybe everyone won't like how you got this car, which doesn't matter, but everyone won't like how you make your money or something like that. Pile number 3s, okay? Okay, so it says it will not usually make the questioner very popular. With regard to timing, the effects of this card are not easy to throw off and may maintain their pressure for a long time. Okay, let's see. Let's reread that. We're going to take our time here. With regard to timing, the effects of this card are not easy to throw off and may maintain their pressure for a long time. Very interesting. It says events, the temptation to scheme to gain a material advantage, choosing the most impressive status enhancing option, a larger financial commitment. So we know we're talking about a pretty nice vehicle here, right? However, I think it's interesting because I feel like, honestly, to be very honest, when I'm getting pile number 3s, is some of you might obtain this vehicle through like dating. I'll say upward mobility. I'll say that. Through dating wealthy people, through maybe even being a certain level of an opportunist, okay? No judgment here. I don't care. Personally, as long as you're doing what's right for you and you're not hurting anyone, okay? I'm not getting that. I just feel like you're doing your thing and you might be living high on the hog and you might be cute and beautiful and people just love you and you're kind of like taking advantage of that fact, and people might not like that, but who cares? As long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone, That's all I'm saying. So I feel like you guys are going to work hard to get this, but it might be in a very abstract way to where it's given to you because of like your looks or your beauty or how hard you work at a certain profession. I'm getting social climber type of energy. That's just it. I don't, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else in the process, I don't judge. I don't even, hey, I don't judge. So again, you might face a lot of criticism or backlash around this, or you could be hypercritical of yourself too, because Virgos, with the Mars in Virgo's energy here, Virgos can tend to be pretty hypercritical to others, but also themselves. They're mostly hypercritical of themselves. Okay. So, yeah, but you're working hard to obtain these possessions, okay, in some way, shape, or form. So let's get into your tarot. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Some of you all could be Tauruses, Virgo, Sagittarius. These are pretty heavy hitting signs too. Like, they're not polarizing by any stretch. I wouldn't say that, but like Tauruses can be pretty stubborn and like, they have their ways. And then Virgos, pretty hypercritical and perfectionist. And then Sagittarius, they're a great time, but they do tend to sometimes acquire certain attention that might not be the most beneficial to them. Okay. Or they might not make the best choices when it comes to partners or mates. I'm not, calling anyone out, but let's continue. So who will our pile number 3s become in the process of obtaining their next car? Who will our pile number 3s become in the process? Come on. We got this. We got card number 7, the Chariot, which is the limo. Whoever this is, some of you all might have Saturn and your Taurus and Saturn or whatever. Y'all are going for the big dogs, okay? Y'all are keeping it pushing. You guys are going to be majorly successful. Some of y'all might be Cancers, okay? Cancerian signs as well. We have the Chariot card with the limo. Y'all going for the gusto, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Some of you all might become like celebrities too, like A-list celebrities, something like that. Tell us more, Spirit. You could even be dating A-list celebrities, or not even celebrities, but just people in high places, like high stature, upper echelon type of people. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Who will pile number 3s become in the process of obtaining their next car? Look at this. We have the 4 of Cups with reflection. The 4 of Cups, well, this is the 4 of Flutes here with reflection. The 4 of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot does represent Cancer. So some of you all might definitely be Cancerian signs, 11:11 on the clock, but this did come in reverse. So some of you all might not be as aware, self-aware is what I'm getting, but whatever the case, it doesn't matter because you guys are playing to win is what I'm seeing here. So let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. We'll get more into it as I pull out all the cards. Who will pile number 3s become in the process of obtaining their next car? We have the Knight of Rings, the late bloomer. I love this. So some of you all might have been late bloomers, right? And had to learn certain things as you grew up, right? We'll get back to this. So the Knight of Rings is the Knight of Pentacles here. So slow and steady wins the race. Y'all are playing the long game here, but let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Who will pile number 3s become in the process of obtaining their next car? We have card number 8 with opening up. What is 8? The Strength card, okay? blooming, late bloomer, opening up. You see how this rose is blooming before their eyes? We'll get into it, pile number threes. I love this. Whew. I'm kind of loving this. Not necessarily this. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Who will our pile number threes become in the process of obtaining their next card? Okay. Okay. We have the Four of Rings with possessive. Very interesting. We have the Ten of Rings, which is the Ten of Pentacles with hometown in between here. And I kind of want to just keep it in between here because this is telling a story now. Four of Rings with possessive. Okay, at the bottom of the deck. Now, these cards fell out. I'm going to take them. These are in reverse, but let's see what they say. We have the Eight of Rings, which is the Eight of Pentacles with camera guy. And then we have the King of Flutes, which is the King of Cups with the single dad. And they're in reverse, right? So I'm going to put these up here. Very interesting reading for you all, pile number threes. So I want to keep this right here because I feel like this is very intentional. This is very integral to the plot, right? So let's keep this here. We have the Knight of Rings with the late bloomer and card number 8, which is traditionally either, it could be either or depending on what deck we're using. But in this case, I'm seeing it is the Strength card, okay? Because it takes a lot of strength to open up, right? It takes a lot of inner strength. So we have late bloomer and opening up. You know what I'm getting? Some of you all never realize your worth or your potential or how valuable you were as a person, as a worker, as someone who could put their mind to something and go get anything they wanted in their life until you got older. With this late bloomer and opening up. And now you're blooming. Now you're opening up for the world to see. And people might have certain things to say about that. It doesn't even necessarily have to be the case. You know, I was talking about upward mobility and stuff like that. That could resonate for some people. But what I'm getting is that doors are opening for you now, and people might have stuff to say because they maybe never thought in their lifetime they would see you make it to the top. They would see you being able to pull out all the stops, and they would see you being able to amass wealth or amass riches or drive a beautiful car or get the things that you want. That's what I'm getting. I just realized this door is opening. It says hometowns. This could be people from your hometown criticizing you because they have no complete idea what it is that you do for money, but they realize that you are very successful now. And I'm channeling right now, pile number threes. I don't even think this has anything to do with you necessarily doing something that people might find offensive, maybe, but that's their perspective. You see with this eye, I'm getting that's people's perspective. They could be projecting onto you, but it's almost like you're making it. And you see with the reflection card here, this person looking at the window, and it's in reverse with the Four of Flutes, meaning the Four of Cups. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, that could even symbolize being apathetic, not caring about things that you should care about in life, right? Or becoming too apathetic or Debbie Downer. No, you're out of that. You're out of that situation now. And now doors are opening up for you. Hometowns, doors are opening up for you. And people might not understand, but they don't have to understand. And it's interesting that this says opening up and we have a door opening up here. Okay. 10 of Rings. That's the 10 of Pentacles, baby. Okay. So while people might be hating, and you guys know I don't do that on this channel, but there could be, for some of you all who this resonates with, people kind of hating on you, and they have no clue what you're doing, what you're going through, who you become in the process, how you've evolved. They're just speculating. And I just seen 1717 on the clock. Now, coming into the Eight of Rings, right? They don't know what you do for work. King of Flutes, which is the King of Cup with the single dad. Some people could be speculating or watching or thinking like maybe you have like, okay, and for some of you all, hold on, wait, how can I put this? Eight of Rings, that's the Eight of Pentacles. So they might not think you work at all. They might just think you have someone who gives you money or provides for you or something like that, right? And if that's the case, great. Who cares, right? As long as you are good and you are not doing anything to hurt or harm yourself or anybody in the process, right? But what I'm getting with the Eight of Rings, they don't realize you might do something really amazing for work, right? Maybe you're a content creator. Maybe you work in the film industry. Maybe you do something despite, and you kind of keep it low key, right? With the King of Flutes, you can't even see this person here. I feel like people are trying to see who it is that you date or who it is that you're with. They don't know if this person has kids. They don't know. They're speculating. It's pure speculation, because look at how this camera guy, is kind of like facing, this father-daughter dance, right? And with the King of Flutes, you're just keeping it cool. You're minding your own business is what I'm getting here, right? But people cannot figure you out. And that could be why everything is up for interpretation and criticism. That's what I'm getting here with this in reverse. Because they can't see. They're trying to see, but they can't see in. They can't see, right? That's what I'm getting here. Okay. Now, what the bottom of the deck is, we have the Four of Rings with possessiveness. And you know what I'm getting? You're closing everyone out. This is intentional. And I'm not getting like, oh, my heart is closed or anything. This could be the case. This could be the case. Like the upward mobility storyline could be the case, right? But what I'm also getting here is it's not that even you're possessive, you have boundaries. Okay. You have boundaries. That's what I'm getting here. Boundaries. And with the daydreamer, Page of Flutes, this is who you are. You've dreamt of this life and you have acquired it because this is a life that you once dreamt of. And now you're living in this dream. Pile number 3s. Beautiful reading. I did not expect this, but it turned for the best, right? That's what I'm getting here. So we have 2 storylines, but I love it. I think that's so cool. I feel like whatever you guys do for work, keep doing it. People can't really see, but they're trying to see in, but they can't figure you out. And I think that's where the criticism comes into play, right? So do we have any Wands cards here? We don't. So let's see when will you be obtaining your next car? When will our pile number 3s be obtaining their next car, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. Ooh. Okay. Look, I'm going to take these 2. I'll take that one too, because it fell upright. I love this reading. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. Know you are loved. You are so loved. And look at this. Hold on. So we have the first quarter moon in Taurus, right? Release control. And then we have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. I feel like some of you all might have the fear of being seen. You might, right? And so people are speculating, criticizing, whatever, which is fine. They could do that. That's not a big deal. But I feel like you guys will be revealing yourself or revealing something about yourself within your own boundaries soon, right? And when you obtain this card, now this could be during Scorpio season or last quarter moon in Scorpio, whatever. This could be the opposite of Scorpio, which I don't know, but whatever it is, this could be around that time. Release control, first quarter moon in Taurus. And I think that's the sacral chakra energy. So I feel like you might be trying to control a narrative or to control what people see. And Spirit is saying, once you overcome the fear of being seen, then you'll obtain all your wildest dreams. All your wildest dreams, everything you've been working hard for, you know, this, that, and the third. Pile number 3 is okay. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. How beautiful is this? I don't even have to pull another card. I feel like once you realize how much people love you, or how much you give to people, or how much you affect people, you won't be so hypercritical on yourself, because this could be where this card is coming from, right? And you could open up more, flirt with life, have a loving, fun, right? Sagittariuses are fun too, right? So have a loving, fun relationship with life itself. But that's what I'm getting here. This was a deep reading, pile number 3s. I didn't expect that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. And I feel like maybe because, again, we did bring up perfectionist. So maybe you guys are perfectionists and you want to have every detail right before, you know, really letting people into your life, or being vulnerable around people, or something like that, right? That's what I'm getting here. But ultimately, pile number 3s, know that you are loved and valued and respected, and people are going to love you regardless, okay? Regardless of any circumstances. And people are hating or people are criticizing you, you're doing something right, okay? Typically, I'm not going to say that in every situation, but if people are criticizing you, and even if people are giving you constructive criticism, learn how to discern constructive criticism from just, you know, vitriol or meanness or pettiness, or, you know, this, that, and the third, okay? So now we're going to roll. We will be rolling our last astro dice, last messages for our pile number 3s. We have Pisces, first house. What is this? And Neptune. Some of you all might have your Neptune in Pisces. Some of you all might be Pisces. And this is, look, the first house. This is about perception, right? This is about body. This is about body, not necessarily maybe body image, but the way you come across, the way people like see you, right? First house energy. That's what I'm getting here. Perception. I feel like you could have a fear of being perceived as well, but once you get over that fear, pile number 3s is over. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of that fear of perception, of that door of perception, okay? Woo! What a reading. What a reading. I love you all so much. Pile number 3s, what a beautiful reading. I really hope you go after this car, or go after a car like it. Whatever the car of it is that you're dreaming of, go get it. You can have it. You can do it. You can be it, okay? And yes, with that being said, pile number 3s, I love you all so much. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. If you all are interested in a gorgeous one-of-a-kind tarot journal, or booking a private reading with me, look no further. Go down the description box and go to my website, and you can do just that, okay? I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.